Nice to see you again. So, in this video, we'll be talking about the core processes that are involved in UI/UX design. Okay? So, the first one to look at is your project brief. So, when you're talking about your project brief, you're just trying to understand the problem at hand, right? You're trying to get to know more about this particular product, this particular project, right? So, your project brief is just basically a well-documented file on the requirements and functionalities of this particular product you actually want to design. Okay, so after your project brief, the next thing you want to actually do is your research, right? So when you're conducting your research, you're trying to know the best way to implement things in this particular product. Okay, so and you might also get to know that some functionalities that you may think are okay are actually outdated. So once you're conducting your research, you're just trying to make sure that everything is up to par and up to standard. And it's actually a very important step when you're actually designing a UI UX. But it's actually an important step when you're actually going through this whole process. Okay, so it should not be skipped in any form. Okay, so the next thing you want to actually look at is flowchart. So flowchart is actually the symbolic representation of how data flows from one point to another in this particular product. A very important process also. So after your flowchart, you want to go to the next one, which is wireframe. So in your wireframe, you're just basically giving a skeletal representation of how you want the products to actually look like. Okay, so after your wireframe, you have mockup, and then your mockup, you're just adding more. You're just basically adding stylings to that particular to your wireframe, right? So after wireframe, you have mockup, and you're just basically adding stylings, colors, and images to spicing things up, right? So after that, we have prototyping, which is the end of the whole process, right? So prototyping just makes it interactive, and just it gives you a working model of how the proposed system is actually going to look like. Okay, so basically we are done with this module, and in the next module we'll be looking at flowcharts and project brief. Okay, see you then.